Hi everyone, this is Paul Fouché, Chief Investment Officer at New Road Capital, giving you your June market update. So a really good month for the markets, particularly in South Africa. So if you look at local shares, the all share up 4.1% for the month. So this is obviously on the back of the election outcome. So a really positive election outcome and something that we thought would actually have a high probability of happening. So the funds have ended up doing really well through this month, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But yeah, all share up 4.1%. But global markets also doing fairly well. So if you look at MSCI World, also up about 2%, and then MSCI Emerging Markets also up 4%. So really good month in terms of equities. If you look at inflation in the US, coming down nicely. So inflation overall is sitting at 3.3% now. And core sitting at 3.4%. So coming down consistently, inflation really not becoming a problem anymore, and pundits starting to sort of think about when rates are going to come down. So definitely at the top of that, not too worried about rates. If we look at local inflation, South Africa, so well within our range. So local inflation sitting at 5.2%. So, sort of the middle of the band, 3 to 6% is our band. So 5.2 well under control. And then core inflation, which excludes food and energy, sitting at 4.6%. If we look at the exchange rate, so again, very positive out of South Africa. So the exchange rate was really strong. Rand dollar started the month at about 18.80 and ended up the month at about 18.18. So quite strong there. And then the yield spread coming down as well. So the yield spread coming down from over 6% to under 6%, the SA-US 10-year spread. And then if you look at the ALBI, so that's South African bonds, a massive month, which we've been expecting for a long time now, with the yields so high. So re-rating there, the all bond index in South Africa did 5.2% for the month, in 1 month. So that's phenomenal growth and something we've been expecting for a while, which resulted in the yield curve sort of shallowing out a bit, but we still like the long end of the curve. The long end of the curve still sitting at over 12%. You can get yields at over 12% still. So we still think further to come, particularly if we're at the top of an interest rate cycle. So you've got a huge tailwind here, because if interest rate starts coming down, those long bonds actually run further, will have the potential to rally even further. So very excited about that. And we've been talking about the local bonds for a long time, and really in June the re-rating came, which we're excited about. If you look at offshore developed market bonds, pretty flat for the month. So they were up slightly, about 30 basis points, but really not too much movement. So the big story for the month really is South Africa on the back of the elections and the positive outcome that was seen there, and really resulting in our equities rallying hard, but even more so our bonds just rallying exceptionally well. Just a note on our fund performance. So if you look at the last year of all our funds, so we ran 6 funds at the moment. If you look over the last year, we're extremely happy with how our funds have performed. 4 of the 6 funds are in their top 10s of their category, so that's really good, considering these categories have a lot of funds in them. They're very competitive. 4 of our funds are in the top 10. Further, one of our funds is actually in the top 10% as well, and then our other fund is sort of top quartile. So, out of the 6 funds on average, to have 4 of them in the top 10, we're very excited and proud about that, and really think that we're positioned well for the future. So and we'll keep obviously doing what we're doing and looking for the value where we can. But yes, all the best. If you need to get hold of me or the team, please do so. Until then, and if not, we'll give you your July market update within the next month. All the best.